Hello and welcome to day 38 of our 1000 days of no code challenge. In the previous video, we explored about vertical and horizontal alignment. In continuation to that, we have something called width and height adjustments. This is a very crucial part for us to understand how to build responsive applications. So in today's video, we will be exploring about width and height adjustments so that we can truly start building responsive apps. So why wait? Let's get started. Now to understand the width and height parameters, let me create a new page. Let's call it width height. Click on create. You get a new blank canvas. Make this as column. Doesn't matter if you make it as column or row, right? So let me add a group. Okay. Now you can see a group has been added over here. This is called group A. Let me give a background to the page, which is width and height. Okay, slightly reddish. Now let's go back to this particular group A and give a background to that as well. Maybe light green. Okay, let's explore this a bit. I'm going to the group and we have width and height. Now make this element fixed width. This is pretty straightforward, right? You are telling no matter whatever is the screen size, no matter what it is, I want this particular element to have a fixed width of 40, right? If you make this as 100, the width will slightly increase. Right, click outside, it will increase. Okay, you make it as 200, it will increase even further. Now you make it as 2000, it will increase beyond this page size. Okay, let's see, let's go to responsiveness. Okay, no matter if your page width is 1000 plus or 300, the group size will remain 2000 pixels because you have mentioned you need that to be a fixed width. Now let's go back to UI builder and let's change this to 300 and let's come to height. I'll make this as fixed height. The same concept goes here as well. You have told it needs to be fixed. Okay, so any element that you add, let's say I add image within this. Okay, now the image size is 320 by 240. Okay, let me make this as 100 bar 100. Okay, the image is going beyond this group's size. Okay, the reason being we have told it to be a fixed height of 40. Right, now if I add a text element outside the group, okay, we'll change this to testing and I'll go to this particular group and upload some image. Let's try what happens. Right, preview this. Now this is overlapping on top of each other, right? This is not good. Okay, now let's explore how do we make this truly responsive by adjusting a few parameters. When I go to layout of this particular group, which is group A, and remove this particular checkbox which says make this element fixed width, this group will expand until its parent's group width. Okay, let me go to responsive and I'm changing this. I'm adjusting the width of the page and you can see the group A is also getting adjusted accordingly. Right, now if I come below certain point, which is 267, which should never happen because you don't have a device which is less than 320 pixels. Okay, but you can see that this is already working fine. Right, now the reason why this is happening is when you go below certain limit, that is 290 or something like that, this is not covering, is because we have told minimum width as 300. Right, so anything below 300, it will go beyond the screen, which should never happen. So coming back, Now let me open up the make this element fixed height as well. Okay, and we have something called fit height to content. I'll remove that, and you can see it is expanding for the entire region. So if you have a minimum width and minimum height with no maximum width, no fixed width to content or fixed height to content, right? And the group will expand based on the other contents. Okay, now it didn't go until here because we have added one more text here. Okay, so it has expanded until wherever it is possible. Okay, now let's closely observe. I'm adding fit height to content. I'm also adding fit width to content. Okay, what this does is if there are elements added in the group, okay, which are beyond its min width, then it will keep expanding. Okay, let's see. Now this is column, right? And we have made this as 100 is to 100, right? I am going to copy this and paste this. You can see the height of this particular group is expanding as and when we add more elements to it, right? And that's what fit width to content or fit height to content means. In this case, it is fit height to content. Okay, so based on the content that is getting added inside, the height will automatically get adjusted. Okay, now if I make this as 40 and with fit width to content, then you can see the group is sticking, okay, based on the width of its elements, right? Now if I make this particular element with 200 width, right, 200 is to 200, you can see the width of this automatically getting adjusted. Okay, that is what is fit width to content means. Now let's understand what is max width. Now if I make max width as 300, okay, and if I expand this to 320, okay, you can see that the group is sticking to 300 pixels, but the image has come out, right? Because the image width is more than that of parent element, which is group A. Okay, so these are the parameters that we have to play around with, right? Min width, max width, fit width to content. Based on what is that you are looking for, you have to adjust these parameters. I hope you understood what is make this element fixed width, the min width, the max width, fit width to content. Okay. Similarly, we also have make this element fixed height, min height, max height, and fit height to content. Now if I make this particular height with max as 300, then you can see the group is already shrink down, but the elements are going out. Okay, so you can remove this and make fit height to content, and remove this and make fit width to content if you want all the elements to be shown within the group and neatly, right? And we had also covered margins and paddings before, so let's add some padding so that it looks neat, right? So you can see that padding is also added across the borders. I hope the width and the height properties are easy now. And with that, we have built the foundation of building responsive apps. Do practice, because the vertical and horizontal alignment along with width and height adjustments are what will make your app truly responsive. These small tweaks can make a huge difference in how professional and user-friendly your apps are. Take some time to experiment the parameters that we played around today and see how each of these parameters can vary the way your apps look. That's all for today. Keep experimenting. But a very important point, please share your progress on social media so that you can inspire others. And for those of you who have not joined our WhatsApp community, please join, because that's where a lot of other magics happen. See you in the next one.